Well, hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, the Badass Business Coach, Sandy Ballard. Thank you for being here and for listening and for sharing this podcast with others. Tell everyone in the world. I need more than one person in Uganda and some other countries out there where I have one listener, but I appreciate it. Thank you so much. 84 countries. It's just amazing to see that. So super cool. Thank you very much. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be on week 200 and was it 88, I think? It's crazy. So thank you for being here. That's 5 years of podcasts. And yes, occasionally I do think about quitting. But then I always get a message or an email or something from a listener that says that something I said resonated with them. So I appreciate that. And yes, so you guys help me keep going, right? So, yes, thank you. And don't forget to follow me on social media because that is where the magic happens. I continue this week's or today's podcast throughout the week with articles, challenges, questions to help you continue to dig deeper and play bigger. And last Monday's podcast had my new quarterly guests, and this quarter was the CPA and my fellow badass, Savilla Beam. I had her on to share her wisdom about the 3 mistakes that most entrepreneurs make in the bookkeeping, record-keeping world, especially during the startup phase. But trust me, I've spoken with many business owners, many entrepreneurs that have been in business for a long time and are still doing silly shit. That just blows my mind. One easy, simple thing is only having one bank account. Yeah, it may seem like a pain in the ass to have 2 or maybe 3, but honestly, if you listen to the book or the author of the book Profit First, he talks about having multiple accounts, and Savilla agrees with that. Yes, you should at least, if nothing else, have a business and a personal account because otherwise the funds are mixed. Now, grant you, sometimes I've gone out and grabbed the wrong debit card or credit card, or sometimes something from PayPal. I paid with PayPal and it's personal versus business. But for the most part, it's all separate. And it's so much cleaner and easier for accounting and tax purposes. It's just something simple, right? So if you haven't listened to last week's podcast, please do so. Savilla shares some great ways to easily check to see if you're making these mistakes, and she gives you ways to check on that and fix those, right? It's all I've talked about a lot lately is making mistakes, and we've heard all the gurus, including me, say if you aren't making mistakes, then you aren't trying, and you're definitely not learning. But no one likes to make them. And even more, people don't like to admit when they've made them, right? I've seen that change, or perhaps I'm just surrounding myself more with people who are trying, doing, mistaking, or learning, right? As one of my social media posts last week said, it's only those who do nothing that make no mistakes. I also shared last week other mistakes business owners make that I've made. And if you don't follow me on social media, like I said, it's going to continue the conversation. You're going to continue to be challenged. And if you're not following me, again, that is a mistake in itself. So follow me. And now, this is the last week of July. The last week of July, it's crazy. It's month 7 of 2021. We're facing the countdown, which, yeah, sucks for many people. Winter is coming. And yeah, I know, I heard somebody just go, shut up. We're just now enjoying summer. I know personally I've finally gotten into the ocean and playing in the waves, and it's super fun, and I love it, and I'm enjoying it. And then just thinking about where we were last year at this time. We were in the middle of the never-ending lockdown, the pandemic. I had guessed on this exact 1 year ago, well, not 1 year ago exactly because, the years change days, but at this time, Cody Butler gave 3 marketing tips to see immediate growth. I know, I talked about that last week, the instant gratification that we all want, right? Well, he gave some great tips on things to do during the pandemic to see some growth. And now here we are 1 year later. Where are you? Are you still doing business unusual? Are you still running crazy because you're so busy, or still trying to figure out how to keep your head above water? Well, looking back on my podcasts about this time, they tend to all be about getting your shit together and making things happen. And in 2017, podcast number 70 was about just that, getting off your ass and making shit happen. I've been talking about leveling up and digging deeper all year. We have to. This is the last half of the year. It feels like the closest to normal as we've had in a very long time. And, we've all had things change, good and bad. So if you're kicking ass, then level it up. If you've been struggling, then dig deeper. And I left out the F-bombs for those of you with littles around you. Either way, we're all going to play bigger. All right? And if you don't think I'm not going to let up any sooner. So don't think I am. You need to decide how badly you want it. Success, that new car, that vacation, that business, the increase in income, that new product launch, whatever it is, you need to get out of your own damn way and make it happen. All right? So this week, I want you to tell me, what will you do to challenge yourself this week? Perhaps finish something that's been hanging out there. For me, I have two things. I spoke about them both. A couple weeks ago, I talked about damn webinar I've been trying to do to introduce my online startup course. And the other is my fourth book. Now, I doubt I can do both in 1 week on top of my clients and everything else, but they're at the top of my list. Because when I'm writing that, I was like, well, crap, I have two things I really need to get done. What about you? What are you going to do to challenge yourself this week to finish out July strong as hell? And if you need help, please email me, sandy@sandyballard.com. Remember, Sandy with an I. Or message me, find me, comment, do something to let me help you challenge yourself. Let me help you dig deeper. Let me help you level up so you can play bigger. All right, have a great week, and watch social media to help continue challenging yourself, making mistakes, fucking it all up so we can learn and grow. All right? Have a great week. Cheers.